Hello Tracy, here are potatoes. They're about that big, chopped up. Normally you lay the potatoes out in the bottom of the pan so they sort of fit level in the pan as whole potatoes, and that tells you roughly how many you need. Then you chop them up, chop up half an onion, and then you put a heap of oil in, but not too much. Probably about that much oil. And then when the oil's nice and hot, on this little ring here, we're going to 12. If you've got a gas cooker, probably about 3/4 heat will be plenty. Drop a potato and see if it's hot enough. It's not hot enough. Think of a story to tell someone. Oh, it's getting hotter. Before you actually cook the potatoes, you want to add salt. A pan full of potatoes, I'd put in about that much salt. A lot of salt. And then mix the salt through. And then when it's nice and hot, chuck it all in. That's it. Need a wooden spatula or something, stir it around. It's supposed to be like stir frying almost the potatoes, so you just keep moving them regularly and they can fall through. And that takes about 20 minutes or so. Normally once the potatoes are in, I put the onion on top and then stir it in a bit later. If the onion goes in at the beginning, sometimes it seems to make everything stick. Dylan has a sneeze. Where are we? We have Etienne and Dylan. They're scared. Oh, they're starting to act insane. Yes. Do you want to say hello to Tracey and Jon? Don't stick your hand up there.
Hello, people.
This is Dylan, also acting slightly unusually.
Hi.
You can say hello. And here's the cat. Cat's looking out the window at the boat.
David.
And the house across the road.
The cat's looking at them. Cat.
And a sign from Oogie.
It's the cat.
Well, the cat's now looking in your direction. Say hello to the cat.
Hello.
That's David. Right, well,
Hello.
Etienne's reading and flapping his arm about like a chicken.
I'm listening to an audio book.
It's all very cozy in here.
And
Let's go back over
lollipops.
to the kitchen. There we go. And now we stir some more. And this time, just to keep you entertained, oh, Dylan's following me around. Here's Ingrid.
Hi.
It's Tracey and Jon, though they may never see this video.
Hi Tracey and Jon. Hope you're well.
It's not enough light in there, never mind. And here's the bathroom. That's an unfinished project. New bath. Just full of stuff. A ladder. fixed the ceiling, took a vent out. It's all very exciting.
Feels like Sophia. Here's a kitty cat.
There's still a boy insane looking at kitty cat. The other boy is still reading. And back to the potatoes, which we should have been stirring. But unfortunately, no one else stirs the potatoes when you wander off around the house.
I'll stir them.
If they start to stick, as these do in this pan, try and scrape it off. And eventually they'll stop sticking, or you'll get really annoyed. Okay, so if you've done it right at this stage, it should be all over the cooker, especially good with a gas cooker. And a lot of the potatoes should have stuck to the bottom of the frying pan in an annoying way. And that's the point at which you can get the eggs ready. For an omelette this size, I would use 8 or 9 eggs. This one's massive. Industrial chickens. 1. 2. Just ask my beautiful assistant to come in and stir the potatoes. Can you? 3. It's hot, it's sticking well. That'll do.
Yeah.
4. 5. I can count, you see. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Watching someone else count eggs. 6. I may edit this bit out. 7. 8. That'll do. Right. Now you need a fork. See, that's that implement there with the prongs. And then give it a bit of a whisk. Have to whisk them really, really well, according to Guy, and that seems to work. And then, as part of your low sodium diet, you need to add another massive amount of salt to the eggs, maybe a bit more just to be sure, and whisk that through the eggs. At this stage, once that's done, I'm going to drain the oil out of the potatoes into the eggs. And whisk that into the eggs as well. And then all the potatoes go in there too. Look at what beautiful job this non-stick frying pan has done. Look at that, non-stick. So once you've scraped all the Teflon and some of the potato off the bottom of the pan, all there. Put the pan back on the heat and stir the potatoes. Or eat them. So it should be fairly wet, maybe a bit too wet. Big eggs, I might have been alright with 7. So it's possibly a bit wet, but that's alright. This is the first of the tricky parts, is pouring it in the pan. Okay, so now you want to try and pull it round. See if you can see that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Hard to tell. Pull it round like that. Just to try and make sure it all gets cooked. That's not helping English. That's very noisy. Right. And when it starts to look quite cooked, don't do it too much, otherwise you'll just end up making scrambled eggs with potato. Yeah. There we go. So it should have a bit of height and a bit of shape and not be right up against the edge anymore. Move that so you can see. Look at that. Isn't it magnificent? Oil all over the stove. Fantastic. And then we just wait for it to cook. You'll need a plate for the next part. Hopefully you do that and it will move in the pan. If it doesn't, best option really, you can serve it up as scrambled eggs with potatoes, but personally I prefer to throw the entire pan, the potatoes, the whole lot in the bin and go and get a takeaway. Go. It looks fairly cooked, maybe a bit early, you can't really tell. I'm going to give it a go. Here we go. Right, flip it over onto the plate. And look, it's still there. And then slide it back in the pan and then do this kind of fancy wobbling move so it runs around the edge of the pan. And then leave it to cook some more. It's a bit loose and cracked on the top, that one. I'm not sure what went wrong there. But it's halfway there. Wipe the cooker a bit, smear the grease around.
And then it's to pause it on exactly 3 minutes.
Why? So normally at this stage it's got some cracks through here. That's not exactly how it should be, but that's how it is. With any luck it'll look better when we flip it over.
It's called
No?
Great.
Right. Okay, let's see. This is a English plate, apparently. Ingrid got it. It's very pretty. Here we go. Last flip onto a plate that's too small, and there we go.
Wow.
One tortilla
Beautiful.
with a nice edge to it. That's it. There'll be no takeaway for us tonight. Hang on. Someone's going to sum it up for you. There you go. Right. There you go. That's all I've got to say, really. There's a dancing boy running away. Wants to be in front of the camera, but not really. And here's the carrot grating wife.
Carrot grating wife.
And there's Dylan again. Would you like to say hello to Tracey or Jon? Oh, sorry. There we go. And Etienne's still reading. Dylan's still dancing around in the camera. Etienne made a badge today. That's what Dylan's waving around.
I did a very fancy, very tricky,
Oh gosh. I think I might turn it off now.
Hello!
There's no possibility of you two being normal, is there?